Celebrities and influencers. Bona fide strategy or cheap crutch. The new big thing in advertising is influencer marketing. Instead of hiring iconic, well-known, expensive celebrities, advertisers are hiring the internet famous, personalities popular on social media sites. Used to be, brands would associate themselves with famous celebrities and called them spokespeople. They paid these shills to endorse their products. Ronald Reagan was one in the 50s, and it worked out okay for him. The problem with spokespeople is even those who we thought were pillars of propriety can backfire. Anita Bryant, O.J. Simpson, Tiger Woods, Bill Cosby, Oscar Pistorius, and Subway's Jared all fell from grace. Now brands are latching onto YouTube influencers who oftentimes have only one credibility factor: a following. Sending free samples for review may or may not work. Some may like your brand until another comes along. And of course, some may fall from grace. Attention is what the Fyre Festival, the famously failed music festival in the Bahamas, was paying for when it paid Kendall Jenner, along with Bella Hadid, Hailey Baldwin, and Emily Ratajkowski, to drum up excitement via promotional posts with them cavorting in bikinis on a beach. Kendall later had to pay $90,000 back in a settlement. Pepsi was trying to buy attention when it hired Miss Jenner and put her in an ill-conceived ad in which she used a soda to soften up a police officer during a protest. It's what Vogue Arabia was paying for when it put an only semi-veiled Gigi Hadid on the cover of its debut issue. Whether it is obviously an ad, whether a Federal Trade Commission required hashtag admission goes with it or not, and the FTC is increasingly cracking down on influencer posts, recently writing to 45 celebrities to warn them about necessary disclosures, there is, as Lucy Green said, an implied individual choice. P.T. Barnum gets the credit for saying any kind of publicity is good publicity, as long as they spell your name right. But we're not so sure that's the case anymore. We can look at the case study of PewDiePie, a YouTube star who had signed mega deals with Disney and Google, to name but a few, and was later discovered to have made anti-Semitic statements which had the corporate brands cutting ties in record time. Sometimes advertising can make you famous. Just ask Paul Marciarelli, the character known as Testman in the Verizon commercials that ran between 2002 and 2011, who switched to Sprint when Verizon's ad agency forgot to include a non-compete clause. Or what happens when the most interesting man in the world gets too old? Can anyone else play Captain Obvious? When you're really brilliant, like the folks at Wyden and Kennedy, you can take a real person, Colonel Sanders, and bring him back to life with a whole bunch of celebrities and get people talking positively about your brand again, without trapping yourself into a corner. Celebrities or influencers. The choice is usually based on the size of your budget, but we hope that you, the budding advertising professional, can come up with a more creative solution to solve your marketing challenges. And just remember, the Jolly Green Giant, the Pillsbury Doughboy, and Tony the Tiger never got caught with their pants down like Pee Wee Herman.